What is up, everybody? Welcome into another episode on the Wide Eye Sports channel. We are here with this week 2 and week 3 schedule prediction. For those of you who don't know, we are doing throughout the entire offseason. We're going to break down 1 to 2 weeks per week throughout the entire offseason leading up to the regular season. That way, when we get there, we will have a realistic expectation and prediction for what the season should look like. And we'll break that down and go over that when that comes down the pipe later on down the road. So let's get started. We're going to roll the credits. We'll get right into it. All right, everybody, we're going to get right into things. I'm going to bring it up here, share screen.
Real quick,
Oh,
I wanted to give a shout out.
Go
I saw a comment. I was not a part of the video last week, obviously, and I saw a comment saying that Gardner Minshew is probably not going to be the starter for the Raiders week 1. And I'm just whoever that viewer was, I forgot the name. I'm sorry, I apologize. But you said that it was going to be Aiden O'Connell, and I just want to say I disagree with that. I think that they paid Gardner Minshew too much money to just let him sit on the bench like that. I get that Aiden O'Connell's still on his rookie contract, and he did just fine last year, but I don't see Gardner Minshew taking the back seat.
What did they pay him?
It was like 3 years, 28 mil or something, or maybe it was around 30 mil. Maybe it was 2 years. It might have been 2 years, 30 mil.
30
you look
mil
it up real quick?
I will. I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, pull that up real quick. I'm curious now.
Yeah, because it definitely depends on how much they're paying him, whether or not he's a starter or a backup.
Yeah, 2 year, 25 mil.
25 mil a year?
No, 25 mil total. And I feel like it's not like hefty for a quarterback, but I mean, if you're paying him that much though, I feel like he should be the starter. I don't see a world where he's not the starter.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't see a world in which he's not the starter. But all right. So unfortunately enough, we are having some issues here, some technical difficulty issues. I am unable to share my screen. I am unknown as to why. It is just telling me I'm not allowed to share screen. So we'll go over this with just us on the screen. I'll read off everything everybody needs to know, and I'll keep trying and see if I can get it into the video feed at some point throughout the video. So first up, we're going to start Thursday night football. Does anybody know what the Thursday night football game for week 2 is?
Oh,
Bills-Dolphins.
Bills-Dolphins. All right. Thursday night, this will be a prime video game. Buffalo Bills at Miami Dolphins. At Miami.
Okay.
Ooh, there you go, Spoon. There you go. Spoon was able to get it up for me. Thank you, Spoon. Love you.
You're welcome. This is how we're going to have to look at it, though.
This is how we're going to look at it. I think it's in the same order here as my Excel spreadsheet, so I think we'll be good.
Perfect.
So yeah, Bills Dolphins. I'll lead us off here. We're just for those of you watching at home, if you remember from last week, we do right off the bat, we each give our pick, and then if there's any ties, goes to the home team. That's the rule. Then we move on to the next one. That's just how we do it. So everybody good to go?
Yep.
Cool.
Let's keep it.
All right, I am gonna go Miami.
That's where I'm leaning as well. I'm taking Miami in this one. I think the Bills just had a terrible offseason. I think Miami's just fine, and they're home as well. They're going to take this game.
Don't?
Miami.
Oh.
Yeah.
Riley.
And I got to go Miami too.
Ooh.
If
Against Josh Allen.
If Buffalo's going to make the playoffs, it's going to be like they did last year.
Riley's not even a real Josh Allen fan. He just said against Josh Allen.
No, they can't go 16-0.
I mean, it's Josh Allen, Riley.
On paper, Miami is the better team playing at home early in the season. It's going to be hot.
All right. I like it. All right. Next up, we got the Raiders headed to Baltimore. I don't think this one's going to be all that close. Even if it's not Gardner Minshew starting, I think the Ravens win this game.
Ravens.
Not much to say here. I'm picking the Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens.
Cool.
All right, another 4-0.
Yeah.
So I write these down for just so everybody knows. If you didn't watch last week and you're new here, I write these down on the spreadsheet so that I can enter it in later to the records, and we can get a final record. So next up, we got the Chargers at the Panthers. I'm gonna go with the Chargers. Chargers on the road here.
Another easy pick. If this isn't 4-0, I'll be surprised. Chargers.
Chargers.
Oh,
He
he
had to
made
think
us
about
wait
it.
for it. I was like, oh.
I had to go. I think it's possible the Chargers get off to a slow start, but on paper, the Chargers, I think, should win this.
Okay. So next up, we have the New Orleans Saints playing your Dallas Cowboys, and this is going to be an unpopular.
Oh,
We had a
not
little.
mean to do that.
All good. Did you mean to do that?
I did not mean to do that. I don't know why that popped up. That's weird.
Up. It just auto popped.
I hate that.
So back to what we were saying, Saints Cowboys. You know, this just screams to me. Sunday, 1:00 on Fox. This screams a Dak Prescott 400-yard game.
Yeah.
You know, nobody's actually watching, so it doesn't matter. So Dallas Cowboys.
He's great on week 2, man. Cowboys are always great week 2. Cowboys.
Cowboys are going to be coming off of a loss from week 1 to the Cleveland Browns here, and I think that they're going to be ready week 2 to go, and they're going to beat the shit out of the Saints.
Yeah, I gotta go Cowboys too.
What is going on right now?
we
We're
need.
On a roll.
Last
Yeah.
week we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We had 6 games last week, and we already have 4 in the first 4 predictions that are
Yeah.
sweet.
It's just wait. It's about I see some teetering.
Oh,
coming
here we
up there.
go.
Yeah,
So we
it's
got
gonna take them
Tampa
for
Bay at Detroit. Detroit was 2-0 against Tampa Bay last season. I'm gonna give Tampa Bay the win here. I'm going Tampa Bay. They're gonna be looking for some revenge. Going
Nope.
Tampa
Yeah,
Bay.
I'm going Lions, man. I'm going Dan Campbell, Lions in Detroit.
So Detroit's getting it no matter what, because even if Riley goes, then
Yep,
it's a tie.
I'm taking
So,
Detroit.
Riley, who you got?
Man, this is tough.
Baker's on it. Baker's reborn.
To me, it's a tie, and Detroit's the home team, so
So
I'm going to go Detroit.
Detroit 3-1.
Because I could really see that game going either way.
I see. It's hard to beat a team 3 straight times. It's hard.
Yes.
I think it's going to be a close game. 100%. It's going to be a good one.
So next up, speaking of tough games, and I think this is a little underrated, Indianapolis at Green Bay. Indy has been getting a bad rap from a lot of people, like, they're just the Colts, like whatever, like they're not that good of a team. This team was they lost to the Texans to miss out on a playoff spot. And the
Yeah,
Texans were a really good team.
With Gardner
And-
Minshew.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and they had Gardner Minshew, like Dalton just said. They're getting Anthony Richardson back, who's going to be way better. So I'm going to go Green Bay because they're at home. Richardson didn't play a lot last season. He'll be still getting his groove going. But Colts are a watch out for something to happen down the stretch here. So I'm going to go Green Bay, though.
That's where I'm leaning. I'm leaning Green Bay, and it's not because I don't trust Anthony Richardson. It's just that he doesn't have much playing time, so it's going to take a few weeks for him to
Really
just start
get
to see the
going.
for you to see the best version of him. So this has Packers written all over it for me.
Riley, Dalton,
Packers.
Packers.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Packers too, but unlike you guys, I do not have high hopes for Indianapolis.
I do.
I don't think they're going to be. I think they'll be a 500 team.
All right, we're going to take a little time out here. I'm going to pull a spoon off the screen real quick. We're going to go
Okay.
4-way. I would just like for everybody to take a small moment in time, a moment of silence for everybody who has not commented, and subscribed on this video yet. Everybody bow your heads.
Do
please.
it. Do it.
All right. If you haven't liked or subscribed yet, that's on you. We're going to get back underway with the video here. So next up, we have the Minnesota Vikings hosting the San Francisco 49ers. And, they came in last
Niners.
season. Everybody said Niners are going to roll the Vikings. this and that and the other.
Niners.
Kevin
Niners.
O'Connell's got Kyle Shanahan's number. Vikings are going to be hosting. They're going to win this game. You doubt it. Run from it. Dread it. Where will it lead you? Back to me. Minnesota.
This is going to be a JJ McCarthy welcome to the NFL game. He's going to have 3 picks, like 100.
3 picks. Three picks. He's going to have 3 picks. So we're going 3-1 Minnesota, or 3-1 San Francisco.
This game is probably going to be better than what we think, though, and it's
going to be way
mostly-
better. It's going to be Minnesota
because there's
28,
not-
San
there's-
Francisco 24.
There's not going to be a whole lot of game footage with JJ McCarthy at
If he's
quarterback.
starting by then. If he's starting by
If
then.
he's starting by then. Okay.
So
You don't
just
think he's
in case
starting
you
week 1?
So, just in case anybody doesn't know, the current speculation surrounding JJ McCarthy is that they have a plan for him. They have specific goals and milestones he needs to hit before they are comfortable with him starting. And because they're redoing footwork stuff, they're redoing mechanical things in his game. So, if he checks all those boxes, then he can start. But until he does that, he is not the starter. So, if he does that midway through the offseason, he'll start week 1 probably. If he does it after week 6, he'll do it when Sam Darnold struggles. So we don't really know right now. But with that being said, let's move on to the next game here. Oh, I skipped a game. I totally skipped a
You did.
game. I apologize. We have Cleveland at Jacksonville. What are we thinking here? I'm thinking Cleveland.
I'm thinking Jacksonville.
Ooh, okay.
gonna
I'm
go-
sticking with Cleveland. Who we
Yeah.
got? What,
I'm gonna go Cleveland. Deshaun Watson. You know, he's coming off
Comeback season.
that loss to the Cowboys week 1. You know, and he's gonna want to prove something.
No, he's coming off that win week
yeah,
1.
he's coming off a win.
We'll see.
Riley,
I went Cleveland.
Cleveland. So we're going 3-1 Cleveland.
Yep.
All right, I like it. I don't think it's Deshaun Watson that's going to get the job done. I think it's more of a Nick Chubb situation. I think Nick Chubb's prime for comeback player of the year. I would love to see it. I think that defense is scary. I don't think Jacksonville has what it takes
I
to
was gonna say,
overcome.
honestly, it'll probably be the defense that wins that
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, it'll be a crazy defensive outing by Myles Garrett and the Jaguars defense. Next up, though, we got Seahawks at New England. I'm taking Seattle here.
Yeah, pretty easy pick here for me. Seattle.
Yeah.
Seattle.
Okay, I was like, Riley, come on now. You can't be that low on Seattle.
Well,
Can't be
it's not
that.
just that. I don't think the Patriots are going to be. They're not going to be
Good?
anything great. I don't think they're going to have a top 5 pick.
Careful,
I just-
careful. You have a
ooh.
friend who's a Patriots fan that will get very upset with you if you say anything negative right
Hey,
now, Riley.
I see the Patriots not having a great year. They have a first year coach, a first year quarterback. It's going to take some time for them to get used to everything.
Yeah. I agree. I think they're just gonna struggle. They're gonna struggle for a bit, but they'll find their stride. They'll be a 6, 7, 8 win team, 9 wins if they go crazy. Next up, we have the New York Jets at the Tennessee Titans, and I think this is going to be an absolute slaughter by the Jets. The Jets are going to walk in there and just destroy the Titans.
I agree.
Jets.
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 Yeah, 4-0. God, we are on a streak right now, boys. We
We're
are
on the same page.
streaking right now. We are hive mind right now. We are just all in sync. We've been around each other too long. Our periods are synced up and everything. So, New York Giants at the Washington Commanders.
Washington.
Man,
This
What a
is a
game.
tough one. No,
What
it's
a
not going to.
game.
I mean, it's going to be a good game just because both teams are bad.
yeah, because division rivalry.
But
Division rivalry.
Battle
game.
of
That's
the
what I like.
Bums.
This one has
Battle
me
of the
out of
Bums.
all the games looking like looking at all the games for week 2. This is the one that has me stumped the most.
Ooh, I mean, I'm gonna go Washington.
I'm leaning Washington.
Washington because of Dan Dan Quinn won't have a
Yeah.
lot of tape out there yet. I'm going Washington.
I believe this is their home opener too, so
Yeah.
they're gonna want to show out.
Dalt?
Washington.
Oh, Washington. Okay, Riley.
Oh yeah.
I think I got to go Washington.
4-0 again. Oh my God. What is going
Man.
on right now?
Yeah, I low key. I know that Washington is a divisional rival for the Cowboys, but always I've kind of liked them the past couple of years. I don't know why.
It's because you're a traitor, you traitor.
Never say
I'm
that.
just kidding. All right. So next up, we got the Los Angeles Rams headed down to Arizona. I'm gonna give this one to Arizona.
Yeah, that's what I was leaning Arizona as well.
God!
I'm not lying. I actually was. I was gonna lean that way. Oh man.
I thought this was the one I'd for sure shake things up. I'm like, oh,
Nope.
because so far I'm the only. So we got two. So Arizona's getting it. It's just, is it a 2-2 Arizona or what? Because they're a home team. It'll be a tie if you guys both go Rams.
I
I'm
don't.
going Rams.
Riley's going Rams. Okay.
Yeah,
Dalt?
this one's a tough one. My gut says Rams, so I think I'm gonna go Rams.
So
Yeah.
2-2. That's our
Tiebreaker
first.
goes to the home
Our
team.
first tiebreaker in week 2 is Arizona over the LA Rams. That's crazy. So next up, we
Now,
got
this next
Pittsburgh
game,
at Denver. The return of Russ.
revenge game.
Revenge
All
game
Russ.
for Russ.
I think Sean Payton is gonna shit the bed, and
I'm taking Pittsburgh so hard.
Denver is going to lose this game.
Pittsburgh.
Steelers Nation, let's ride.
Yeah, I'm going Pittsburgh. That defense is going to eat those mix up.
Alrighty. Now we got the Sunday 425 CBS game. Second game on CBS. We have
Game of the week.
Cincinnati. No. The game of the week this week is the Rams Cardinals game. That's America's game of the week.
Really?
It's on Fox.
Hilarious.
Okay.
This
crazy.
game is just one of the 2 afternoon games on CBS. So 425 slot on Sunday. We have Cincinnati traveling to Burrowhead to play the defending, the reigning world champion Kansas City Chiefs. I'm taking the Bengals.
Wow. I'm taking Chiefs.
Riley, I want you to pick.
I'm leaning Chiefs.
There you go. I'm leaning Cincinnati, and my reason is because the Chiefs every single year they start out sloppy.
They start sloppy.
They start
Mhm.
so sloppy, and then by week 5 or 6, they just get it, and then they go. I think this is a prime game for Cincinnati to upset. I mean, I think it would be an upset
So
upset
we're-
the Chiefs.
So it's going to be KC 2-2 split.
So we have KC starting the season 0-2.
No.
No.
They win this because they're the
They
home
win
team,
this
so
one.
they get the
Oh.
tiebreaker. Their
Yeah.
home,
Yeah.
home team gets the tiebreaker.
Now, personally, I do have them starting out 0-2.
Oh, okay.
Crazy stuff. All right.
It
So
happens.
next up, we have the Sunday night football. Riley, how you
Yeah.
feel about Sunday night football over there?
Prime time, baby.
Prime time, Caleb. Prime time, Caleb, going to Houston to play the reigning Rookie of the Year, CJ Stroud, and his new weapons, his new defense. I'm going Houston here. Sorry, Riley. There's not really much of a debate here. It's Houston.
Houston.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Houston too.
Oh shit.
I think on paper, if you remove the quarterbacks, the Bears have a better roster. But it being at the Texans in Caleb Williams' second.
Hold on. Can I get another moment of silence for that take? Because that fucking killed me.
What?
You think the Bears have a better roster than the Texans?
Yes. Go position by position.
Quarterback.
I said outside of
I
quarterback.
know. I'm just
Running
messing.
back.
Running back.
DeAndre Swift or Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon.
Joe
I'm
Mixon.
taking Joe Mixon.
Receivers.
I'll take DJ Moore over Diggs if that's the two number ones.
I said receivers.
Keenan Allen and Rome Odunze.
I take Tank Dell, Nico Collins, Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
Trio, probably I'd lean Texans. If we're going duo, I would lean Bears.
We're doing rosters. He said
I know.
rosters. I'm going. And Riley, you said yourself they don't have anything. We're not getting into that. No. I see
No,
what you're doing
can't do
here.
it.
You're trying to
We're not
distract me
teetering.
into doing a whole thing right now. You're trying to get me into a whole thing. We're gonna stick with the schedule prediction. We'll talk more on this later. We'll talk on this in the actual podcast next week. We'll set it aside. We'll do it.
Yes.
How dare you try to distract me from such an important topic as the schedule prediction? All right.
Yep.
In fact, to piss Riley off,
I'll have every stat I need to prove to you all the Bears have a better.
Riley absolutely hates it when you like, comment, and subscribe. So to really piss him off, go do that right now. You didn't do it earlier. Go do it right now. He hates it. All right. No. So Houston 4-0 over the Bears. And then we have the week two Monday Night Football game. Fun fact, the quarterback of the away team for the third straight year is playing this team at their stadium on Monday Night Football in week 2. This is the third straight year that Kirk Cousins will play the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday Night Football week 2 in Philly.
And he's 0-2 in the other two, correct?
And I believe he is 2-9 all time on Monday Night Football. Hammer the Eagles.
Nope. I'm going Falcons. He gets the win here.
Yeah, same.
I'm going Eagles, and I don't think it'll
There's
be
the
close.
tiebreaker.
So I'm going to tell you guys this. Kirk has only ever beaten the Bears on Monday Night Football. The only time he's ever won on Monday Night Football, it was against the really bad Bears teams from a couple years ago. So
Yeah, but that was a divisional thing, and he's not in that division anymore. He's a new quarterback now.
I agree.
Fresh off an injury to a new team,
I mean, I just don't see it happening.
he's a phoenix.
All right, though. Hold on. Let's see here. So that's all of week 2. So we're going to move on to week 3. But before we move off week 2, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So week 1, we had 6 total games where we had a sweep. Week 2, we only had 6 games that weren't a sweep. It's insane. This is crazy. I didn't even know this was possible. So let's see. Yeah, I still can't share screen. So we're going to stick with Spoon here. We're going to start off week 3 on Prime Video. Prime Video is still the official home of Thursday Night Football. We're going to start it off with New England at New York, the Jet.
Oh,
Lost you.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. We lost Brenner.
nothing.
Mike
No.
is not working right now.
Oh, he's gonna. Okay, he wants us to keep going. That's fine.
Yeah, so I mean Thursday night. I like Thursday night games, man. Especially on Amazon. And I think isn't gonna be too terribly. It's gonna be one of the nicer, boring games. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, I think this is pretty easy. I think we're all probably going to be picking the same game here, or the same team here.
Yeah.
It's the Jets.
Yeah.
This is Jets for me.
I think this is where I do it. I think this is a perfect storm for an Aaron Rodgers Monday night meltdown.
Oh no.
In the division, I'm going to go Patriots.
Okay.
That one
Wow.
was for you, Sap, if you're watching.
Dalton, where you leaning?
I mean, I was going Jets. I was going Jets all day.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be a low scoring, close game, but Jets.
All right. Well, even with Brenner not picking, obviously it's going to go to the Jets here with them being the home team. Next game, we got the Giants going to Cleveland to take on the Browns. For me,
Browns.
this is also pretty easy, pretty simple. I think the Browns take this game.
Oh, yeah. At home, too. It could
Yep.
be bad.
So I'm gonna predict that this is probably Brenner's putting the thumbs up. Yeah, this is 4-0. Chicago, Indianapolis. What you guys have?
I've got Chicago.
Yeah, I want to see Chicago win something, but I it's going to be an interesting year for both of these teams. It feels like they're almost like brand new teams, you know. I mean, the Bears practically are, but yeah, I want to go. I want to go Bears.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning Bears here as well.
There we go.
I am. So there you go. There's a Bears dub for you, Riley. I know you've been waiting for one. I'm just not that big on the Colts this year, man. It's gonna take Anthony Richardson a few weeks. I feel like to get in the, like I said about last week, it's gonna take him a few weeks to get in the groove. And I don't know. I think the Bears are just stacked compared to the Colts.
And it's a Matt Eberflus revenge game.
True.
He was the DC for the Colts before he came to Chicago.
So next up, so obviously the Bears win that one. We got the Houston Texans and the Minnesota Vikings.
That's the Texans win right there, baby.
Riley?
I feel like it is so dependent on where JJ McCarthy is at this point, but I'm going to go Houston.
I think the Texans are going to be rolling by now, especially with that roster. I think they're going to go into Minnesota, and I think they're going to beat the shit out of them, honestly. Diggs, yeah, I know Brenner's not happy about that. Also, maybe a little Diggs revenge game here as well. Maybe he has a big game against them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Next up, though, we got the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints.
I think the Saints. I think I have them losing their first 2 games, so I think.
Don't do it. Don't pull the trigger.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Maybe they come out the gate. They come out the gate 0-3, and you know, because as much as I hate on the Eagles, they're not a bad team. They just suck.
Unless Derek Carr has a resurgence, I think it's on the table that the Saints start out with.
Yeah, I mean, my prediction for the Saints is I don't see them having a great year at all. I also, going back to my last week prediction, I have the Falcons beating the Eagles. I don't think the Eagles are going to lose 2 weeks in a row. They're not going to lose to the Saints in New Orleans, so I'm picking the Eagles. Is that 3-0? Everybody good with that one?
Yep. Yeah.
Brenner? Thumbs up. Eagles, perfect. All right, Chargers, Steelers. Oh, I feel like this is going to be a fun game to watch. I'm kind of excited about this one.
I don't know. I think Russ he's just too much of a vet to lose this game, man.
Against Justin Herbert, though? Oh, sorry. Let me scroll back up real quick. Man, I love Justin Herbert so much. So you taking the Steelers, Dalton?
Yeah.
Okay. Riley, what do you think?
It's tough, but just because it's John Harbaugh's first year, Herbert. We like him, but he's going to be throwing to new weapons. I think I've got to go Pittsburgh just because they were a good team with plug and play quarterback last year, and I think whether it's Fields or Wilson, I think they're more equipped to win this.
Jesus. See, my opinion, I think it's just tough to go into Pittsburgh and beat the Steelers already. And then when I'm looking at coaching, I see an experienced Tomlin and a first-year coach with Harbaugh who does have experience, but man, it's tough to go against the Steelers here. So that's my pick.
Yep.
So 3-0, awesome. On to the next one. We got the Denver Broncos and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, guys.
Fuck, man. I do not have the Broncos looking very good this year at all. So
at all,
you know, I can't imagine them going to Florida and beating the Bucs. So I'm gonna go Bucs here.
I'm kind of in that same boat. If it was at Denver, I might give it a little more thought. But it being in Tampa, I'm gonna go with the Bucs.
Yeah, I think this one's pretty easy. I didn't say this about the Broncos when we were making the pick before, but I think the Broncos might end up being the worst team in the NFL this year. Oh. So, yeah, they probably are going to end up being the worst team. So I'm leaning towards Baker Mayfield and Tampa Bay here. Another 3-0 sweep. I love it. Green Bay Packers or the Tennessee Titans?
Packers.
I'm going to go Packers.
Easy game.
I think that's pretty simple. Green Bay Packers. Tennessee doesn't look that good.
Yeah, I was about to say if the Broncos are the worst team, then the Titans are the second worst.
Yeah, if the Broncos are the worst, Tennessee's right there behind them for sure. All right, so next one. This might be the hard. This is going to be one of the hardest games to pick, in my opinion. This is we got Carolina Panthers going to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. Okay, well, Brenner's making his pick. he's got the Raiders winning.
Yeah, I think the Raiders are. This is a very easy game for the Raiders. They're whether it's Aiden O'Connell or Gardner Minshew. Aiden O'Connell's not the greatest quarterback of all time. He's not a great rookie quarterback, but he did win him a couple games last year. So, and I think against the Panthers, a disheveled Panthers is a good win for them.
All right, Riley.
Unless Bryce Young just has a breakout year, I'm going to go with the Raiders. I think that if Bryce Young is playing well, they can have a chance at winning it. But if he's playing like he was last year, I don't think they have a chance.
No, I agree. I agree with both of you guys. I think actually all three, because Brenner made his pick as well. I think the Raiders take this one. Back to what you were saying, unless Bryce Young just comes out and has a crazy year, which I mean, the odds of that are kind of low, in my opinion. I think the Raiders take this one. This one looks kind of tough as well. We got Miami Dolphins taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
I picked Dolphins last week. I'm gonna pick Dolphins again, man.
I'm guessing that's Brenner taking Miami. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to make sure that was his pick.
You're good. Riley?
So it kind of goes back to my low expectations for Seattle. I'm going to go with Miami, and I think it could be by a couple scores.
I think this is a prime spot for Miami to drop a game that they should not drop. It's tough to go to Seattle. 12th man is real. I like the Seahawks to take this game.
Ooh.
So I think I'm the only one, right?
Yeah,
Everybody else picked Miami. Yep.
3-1.
Well, Miami gets that one. All right, moving on to Detroit and Arizona. Pretty simple for me. I'm taking Detroit.
I think Arizona's going to win this game. I think this is going to be one of those weird games.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
NFL
with
was
Arizona,
really
too.
weird last year. A lot of teams won. There was a couple games that kind of went under the radar. That was like, why did like that three game loss streak that Seattle went on? Everybody was like, nobody really had them losing those 3 games. And I think Detroit's going to lose this one against the Cards.
Damn, I'm surprised. I honestly thought more of y'all were gonna pick Detroit, and I'm the only one. That's kind of shocking. I guess I should have expected that from Brenner. I know he hates Dan Campbell. Yep.
Passion.
All right. This should be America's game of the week, right? We got the Baltimore Ravens. Yep, taking on the Dallas Cowboys
Jerry World.
in Dallas.
I hope this is a high-scoring game and it's close. Do I think it will be? No. I think Lamar is going to come in and he's gonna manhandle the Cowboys and just put on a clinic.
All right, Riley.
I'm going to go with the Ravens purely based off vibes.
I can't see it.
I think the vibes in Baltimore right now are much better after getting Derrick Henry than they are in Dallas, where no one's been paid and no one's been brought in. Purely based off that, I'm going to go with Baltimore.
So I was reading what Brenner put on there. If you guys couldn't see it, it says King Henry game, and he's not wrong. I wasn't even thinking about that, honestly, looking at this game. But, yeah, thinking about the fact that we are terrible against the run. The Cowboys were awful last year against the run. I don't know if it's going to change this year. We better figure it out quick because, week 3, we're going to get ran all over us by not only Henry, but Lamar Jackson as well.
Yeah.
So looking at that, I agree. What was I say? Call. Okay. Trey Lance call up? No. I don't know what he's saying. Anyway, I'm taking the Ravens as well. That's a clean sweep, I'm pretty sure. San Francisco 49ers and the LA Rams.
Ooh.
I think this is going to be a great game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Niners.
Niners, okay.
I'm gonna go Rams.
Interesting.
I'm probably going to go Niners. And back to what, just real quick before I talk about this game, what Brenner was saying was Derrick Henry's going to go off because the Cowboys didn't even call him in free agency.
Yeah.
Which that makes sense. I agree. That's a great time for him to just go off, rush for like 200, 250 yards against them. I could see that happening. I'm not gonna lie. Niners Rams. I'm probably gonna lean the Niners here. It's an in division game though. The Rams are home. It's gonna be a great game to watch.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I
49ers,
changed my pick. I changed my pick. I go Rams. I pick.
You go Rams. Riley, are you sticking with the Niners?
I'm going Rams.
Rams. Oh, okay. Well, then that's a 2-2 split, so that means it's going to the home team. So the Rams take the pick. All right. I think that's the first split we've had so far for this week. Big Monday night game. We got the Kansas City Chiefs going to Atlanta to take on the Falcons.
I don't
Dalton?
think this is gonna be very big.
Really?
No,
Why do you say that?
because I think the Chiefs are gonna go up and down the field on the Falcons.
Okay.
If the Falcons are going to be good, it won't be until later in the season. I don't think they're going to start off and hit the ground running. I think it's going to take some time with all these new pieces to gel and then actually show up on the field.
No, I don't think so at all. I think it doesn't take them that long. Like they definitely, they're not perfect, but what do they go like 14-4 or 14-3 or 13? No,
Kirk has not played a game and since what?
Exactly.
It's been a minute.
I think it's going to take longer for him to find his stride than the Chiefs. I have the Chiefs winning the game.
All right. Riley, you picked the Chiefs as well?
Yep.
We know Brenner picked the Chiefs. I'm going to go with the Chiefs as well because I have them starting out 0-2, and I would be an idiot if I think that they're going to start out 0-3. So I'm definitely going to lean towards the Falcons. The Falcons also, in my head, are coming off a big win against the Eagles the previous week, and they're just going to lose a little bit of momentum because that's going to be a tough fought game that they just had the week before, and they're not going to have it whenever they come up against the Chiefs. Monday night doubleheader. I love this. I love whenever there's two games on Monday night. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Buffalo Bills.
I think the Bills are going to win it. I don't see Trevor Lawrence going to Buffalo and beating Josh Allen.
Okay.
I'm kind of in the same boat. I trust Josh Allen to torch that Jaguars secondary more than I trust Trevor Lawrence to do the same to the Bills.
Agreed.
Brenner's taking the Bills as well. Don't blame him. This is a tough game for me too, but I'm probably going to lean the Bills because I had the Jaguars winning a big game the week before. It's going to be a little colder. I don't know, man. It's just, I want to say the Jacksonville Jaguars so bad, but it's tough to bet against Josh Allen, so I'm probably going to pick the Bills as well. Washington Commanders against the Cincinnati Bengals. Is this easy? Is this pretty simple for everybody?
Sweep.
The sweep.
Yeah, Bengals.
Bengals, yeah. Everybody's got the Bengals here. So how many sweeps did we have, Brenner? Were you keeping tally?
Is it
9
more?
sweeps. Damn. All right, so I'm glad that we're all on the same page. We're kind of agreeing. I promise you that whenever I made my predictions last year, they were nowhere near like what happened at all. Higher? Oh, you? Okay. I don't know what he's saying. I have no idea what he's saying. All right,
Yeah.
You guys have anything else left to say?
No, man. I'm Just excited for football. Let's go.
Of course.
Fuck yeah.
Me too. All right, so let's wrap it up, guys. Make sure you subscribe and like, please. That's what we're banking on you guys. So please just do that for us. Obviously, it helps boost our channel. Brenner's sitting there pointing at it. Obviously, that's what we want. And we'll see you guys next week. All right, peace.
See ya.